got the two older cubs suckling, and there's one more sub-adult as well present. I do not see the younger set of cubs at the moment. There's one of the one's a sub-adult. Yeah, you can call it a sub-adult. And you can see from the movement of the grass as well as the hair on the back of that hyena, and we've got more than a breeze and a relatively strong wind blowing at the moment. I won't say it's gale force, but just a good strong constant wind blowing. And those two little ones are just having the time of their lives. Latched onto mum and just drinking nourishing milk. Good morning, Darcy Miller. And these are the older cubs, Darcy. It's the younger cubs, I don't see them at the moment. We'll remain here for a bit to see if perhaps they don't emerge. So one thing about this female, if we look at that mane of hers on the neck, it's very reddish in color, and that's very often a sign of maturity. The very mature females often have that sort of very reddish complexion about them, especially the hair on the neck and the back.
And Ribbon has got blood all over her face. Now, if you were with us yesterday afternoon on our drive, when we left here, just as darkness fell, we found a leg, in fact a whole haunch belonging to a hyena, and we don't know who it belonged to, whether it was a member of the Djuma clan or some invader from around here. But that seems to have gone. But there is an incredible stink around here, so maybe it's just been moved. This rotting haunch that I thought was about 48 hours dead. And then another hyena's just arrived and gone to muck around where we saw Ribbon yesterday lying in the shade.
Yeah, I think they had a brief interaction there. Almost looking like the second hyena was trying to get into the den there, but Ribbon saying not a chance.
Yes, it was a bit of a greeting.
Yeah.
And a bit of a whine and a noise, and we haven't seen any sign of the cub yet. So some of you will be able to identify that hyena, no doubt.
He's getting really stuck in there.
Enjoying the spot where Ribbon was lying yesterday.
So interestingly, so one of our conversations yesterday with Paul was saying, and we had a lot of conversation about the solitude yesterday, saying, Ribbon's probably here by herself, and Paul saying he hasn't seen any other hyena, so quite interesting
to see another one come up.
Yeah.
I think what's also interesting is that these hyenas form political alliances in their clans. They're very like primates in that respect, and you'll find that that's probably either an offspring or a sort of alliance member for Ribbon.
Seems to be a little breakaway party.
Well, it's a party within the clan, not necessarily a breakaway, but like I said, I think she's probably quite low ranking currently if she's on her own here and not at a central den. This is some crested Franklins who have absolutely no decorum whatsoever. We're trying to talk here. So this is Kuchava, a female leopard. She is sister to Tlhalamba, the queen of Djuma. She was born 9 years ago, 9 and a bit years ago, in August 2014. And her mother was the fairly, what shall we say, cantankerous Queen Tandi, and her father was a magnificent male called Mvula. And she doesn't actually look too dissimilar from her mother. She's got her mother's face, I would say. Now you take this from whence it comes, because I am the world's least effective animal recognizer.
So we experienced yesterday being the telltale is ribbon's ear.
Yeah, exactly.
The left ear being...
These I find a little easier than the hyenas, but not much easier. It's actually a really nice view from where we're sitting. We're sitting quite far away.
So I was saying to James a little while ago, or earlier today, that I've always wanted to do wildlife narration. And a couple of, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I entered my first wildlife narration contest. And one of the scripts they gave us came along with a visual, and it was all about these leopards. And it happens to be, we mentioned Duke.
The Duke Tingana.
Duke Tingdang,
Yes.
Tingana, and
Carry on.
I've forgotten everyone's names by this point, but it was definitely these leopards.
Was it Hosana and Shongile as well?
No, I don't remember
Wasn't
those names.
two?
But I'm going to dig it up and I'm going to share it with everyone, because
Okay.
it's quite serendipitous to
It
come
is.
full circle
And
3
here you
years
are.
later.
Yeah.
The
Please.
bloodline battle is brewing in South Africa.
Yes.
The Princess Tlhalamba, daughter of Queen Tandi and Duke Tingana, is the rightful heir to the realm. At just 9 months old, she is feisty like her mother, but still boasts the carefree mischievousness of youth. If all goes to plan, when she comes of age, she will take up part of the Queen's territory. Tandi's older daughter, Kuchava, Princess of the East. Kuchava is just 4 years old, raising her first cub, and she too must protect her piece of the realm against invaders. Interlopers Hukumuri and Shidulu came from outside Tandi's borders and could well have cubs of their own soon. This may be the start of a chain reaction that could threaten Tandi's borders.
There we go.
That's a blast from the past.
I actually think I wrote that.
As I say again, even more serendipitous to that.
That's wonderful.
The universe has come full circle.